If he was alive, he would have found you. He would have followed the skunk smell.
That cat didn't like people, even cats in his yard. I was in the bathroom one afternoon. It was a sunny afternoon. I had the window open. And I was in there doing something, popping a pimple, brushing my teeth. And I heard a noise. And I went to the window, and on the tree was Finny, Superbad's father. Bigger than a fucking house. On a tree, going, and I'm going, who the fuck is he hissing at up in the fucking tree? And I look down, and there's the samurai, 2 stories away, a garage away, plus a fucking 20-foot tree away. And he's mad dogging this fucking cat in the tree. And this cat's going, and all of a sudden, the samurai goes, okay, motherfucker. He ran to the edge of the fucking garage, jumped on the dumpster, jumped on the garage, ran to the fucking tree, and the cat's up there going, Arr! By this time he's going, Arr! Like those fucking cat's noises. And Samurai climbed on that tree like a fucking lion and climbed up that fucking tree, and they started fighting in the fucking tree. Then they both went off the tree, and that was it. I'm like, whoa. It all went down in like 4 fucking minutes. That's how fast in the first noise I heard.
Were they fucking?
They were fighting. They were fighting to the death. That night, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I forgot all about it. I'm outside waiting for the coke dealer to make a delivery. I'm outside minding my own business. I look over to the left, and there's Superbad's father walking like with a limp and shit, and half his fucking neck hanging off him. And he looks over at me like, that was a tough fucking afternoon, cocksucker. You should have dialed 911 or something. And I saw him after that a few times.
It sounds like a reality show. Like,
he was tougher than death. One night I look in the backyard and I just saw a cat that didn't belong there. Just a cat that didn't fucking
stray
belong.
cat.
Like a stray cat that said, wow, it smells like cat back here. This would be a great kingdom back here. And all of a sudden, I hear this fucking samurai runs up on him. And this cat starts running and shit. I go, okay, that's what happens. Listen, I swear to my mother, I get in my car. 10 minutes later, I'm going to the comedy store. I get in my car, I make a right. I'm on Selma, and I'm pointing the car towards La Brea, and I'm headed west. And do you know what I see by Highland? Fucking samurai chasing that cat across Highland at 9:45 at night. Across Highland by Hollywood High School, right there, crossing that street. That's the type of cat he was. He chased that motherfucker 10 blocks down.
how many blocks do you think he owned, Samurai?
That whole neighborhood, the post office, because he would come out of the post office at
3
night.
zip codes.
He lived in the post office. That was his turf. The post office and that fucking. Let me tell you something.
He had
brother.
one of those big P.O. boxes.
I sat out there with those cats, and I got infatuated with them. You ever get infatuated with something? Like, I was like, I never had cats.
Me either.
And they were, I watched them every night. I would I'd go home, get like a soda, pee, roll a joint, and I'd go in the backyard, and I'd just sit there and watch them. And at that time, there had to be 3 different families of kittens. And some of them would play with each other, some of them would just fight. And whenever Samurai came around, they all ran into a corner because they were brutally scared of him. There was one morning I woke up and there was dead kittens all over. He had killed all of them because the faster he killed the kittens and the mothers stopped feeding them through their breast, the faster he could get back to fucking. I didn't know that.
Oh.
That's what he would do. He's like, I'm in the mood to fuck.
He doesn't care that they're his kids.
He didn't give a Frenchman's fuck.
Jesus.
It was the weirdest thing. So
That's crazy how weird the body is. Like if a human killed their kid to fuck the wife wouldn't be like, okay, but it's just biological. If there's no kittens around, the female's gonna like be ready. That's crazy.
It was a crazy thing, and it was weird the clicks that they had. So I wrote something. I wrote it. I talked
He
to some
just
people,
needed a side girl.
and they wanted
He
to
had
be
'em.
like he had side girls. He had 20 fucking side girls.
Jesus.
And if they didn't want to be, they were his side girls. They didn't even have a fucking choice. The weirdest thing, I have a cat named Lulu, and she's a beautiful fucking cat. Beautiful. Till today, she's always been loving. Yesterday I saw her and I rubbed her and she turned and showed me her stomach. She doesn't swipe at my hand. I've known Lulu since she was a little kitten. And I loved that particular.
Does Lulu play the piano?
No, Lulu is just really cute, and she has a sister named Evie. She has a brother named Superbad, and a brother that died named DJ. They used to live outside and shit, so it's really weird. One night I was out there about 9:30. I was headed to the store, and Lulu was in my alleyway. Everybody else, her other brothers and sisters were over here in the backyard. There was like a tomato thing back there. You know what else lived in that backyard? A fucking old tortoise.
Did you leave by a zoo? Like, what's going on?
No, there was a neighbor who moved in the apartment building and had a turtle, like an exotic turtle he brought from fucking Argentina or some shit, and he put it in the backyard. He's still there. He lived there for 20-something years. So he would feed the turtle lettuce. The turtle would bury itself after a year. But whenever the turtle came out, he was this fucking big. The guy died in his apartment, and some fucking zoo came and got the turtle.
Jesus.
What do you fucking think you're dealing with, Joy Bananas? What do you think I'm sitting over here fucking TMZing it? I'm dropping facts on you bitches.
See, like
And it took a year for that turtle to get into your yard.
I don't know. I never really messed with him. I looked at his shell. They said he was very old and stuff like that. I never really picked him up. I'm not good with turtles. They make good
Ninjas
soup.
in a half shell.
Ninjas in a half shell.
Who's your favorite ninja turtle?
I have no fucking idea. Donatello. Who the fuck you think you're dealing with? Lisa, what's going on in your world, cocksucker?
I'm doing good.
I never knew you went to that fucking Rocky Horror Pictures. That's a new one you dropped on me.
That was terrible. That was
She must have talked you into
no.
that
I was out with. That was me.
That was you. Yeah, another beauty.
I've never been.
Did you Yelp it?
No, you don't. How can you Yelp a movie?
I don't know. I thought that you don't
You
do
Yelp
nothing.
the theater.
I guess
He Yelps everything.
I just
he Yelps
Googled the theater.
Do you Yelp everything?
He Yelps everything. He don't
I
go
Yelp
to,
restaurants.
And here's the funny thing. He Yelps restaurants. He goes to them. Then he never goes back to them again. Never ever goes
I go
back
to the ones I like.
Never again do you go to them. I can name
Have you been
them.
to Myung and Dumpling
No.
on Olympic? You should go. Where do you? I don't know.
Myunging dumpling?
Listen to me. This kid's like 0-22
No, I'm
in
not.
restaurants.
Bourdain went there
He
with
could-
Cho.
And Bourdain
And it was
also-
Bourdain goes everywhere.
Yeah, he goes.
There's like Bourdain photos everywhere.
Whoever gives him 5 G's and a free dinner, Bourdain shows up. Knock it
Yeah.
off, Lee.
Yeah.
Bourdain went there. Fuck out of here.
Fine, I'll have Esther Ku go.
Yeah, Esther Ku ain't gonna go. She's smarter than that shit. She knows you can't trust those LA Koreans. She goes down to Miami and shit.
What kind
Chicago.
of dumplings? Chinese dumplings?
I think Korean. They have kimchi and stuff when you bring it out. They have all
Oh,
those
yeah?
little the kimchi and the
See, she don't even know
salad
about the
and.
Korean dumplings.
Yeah, she does.
Let's go there. I want
Let's
to try
do
it.
it.
Listen, don't go there. Don't go anywhere where he eats.
Really?
He's the kiss of death.
I'll let you do some research, and then if you'd like to still
I
go.
know. Well, how much research can you possibly do? We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.